My daughter Taylor, I'm so proud of her. She was a star architecture student at Miami University of Ohio. After her first year there, she landed a paid internship. Fortunately, it was paid at an architectural firm in Nashville where we live. So after her first day on the job, I asked her, I said, how'd it go, Tay? She was like, I don't want to talk about it. Ran off to her room, slammed the door. She was miserable all summer long. So I was finally able to coax it out of her, and I learned that she was placed in a dark corner, right, all alone at a desk, right, and she was fed a bunch of different random jobs every single day, right? So then another year goes by, and she gets another summer internship, but at a different architectural firm in the Nashville area. So first day, she comes home, huge smile on her face, great attitude. I think she even offered to do the dishes that night. She said, Dad, today was amazing. I was put on a team of great people in charge of designing a new wing on a children's hospital. We were discussing how whimsical lighting would affect the mood of the patients there. So ever since that experience with my daughter, I always think of whimsical lighting when I talk to business owners about providing meaningful work at their businesses. You see, I believe there's a couple different ways employers can provide meaningful work, right? Because that's what everybody wants these days. So first, there's the kind of meaningful work that I grew up doing, and some of you did too, right? The work itself, right? The work itself was meaningful because many of us were craftsmen. You know, I took a ton of pride in laying down the perfect paint job on that 70 Hemi Challenger, you know. I call this internal meaning, meaning that no outside source is required to provide the meaning. It's just there, right? Then there are different sources of what I call external meaning. Some contain like a grand noble cause, like saving the planet or maybe saving the whales or the rainforests. Then there are other noble causes that can be as simple as making a customer's day a little bit better after a bad experience they've had, right? Yes, sometimes nobility and meaning doesn't require having to save the entire planet. It can be small, kind, and giving gestures. Okay? If a leader can connect the dots for their employees, how performing tasks could be something as simple as sweeping the floor, twisting wrenches, or preparing a repair estimate. If they can connect the dots, how these things lead to something meaningful with a customer, this is powerful stuff, guys. Think, whimsical lighting. How does the work that we are doing matter? How does it make someone else's life a little bit better? If you tell me your people don't care about others, then you got the wrong people. But that's a different message altogether. If the work doesn't provide a great deal of internal meaning itself, it's critical to connect it to a noble external cause. People will be much more motivated when this connection is made through regular dialogue and reminders. This is paramount, guys. If you want to find and retain the best workers, you got to do this stuff. So I hope you enjoyed today's message. We'll see you next week for another edition of the Body Shop Management Tip of the Week. I'm Dave Luehr, and we'll see you then. Thank you for joining me.